Welcome to the twin film villages of Shepperton and Pinewood. A glance in the local shops shows it's not all work and no play. And on set this week, they're playing with fire. It's happy hour in space for a tongue-dyed actor. And it looks like a pantomime cow.
You can have a little fondle. It feels good, best I can say.
So, all aboard. First stop, the underwater stage at Pinewood. Today is the most hazardous day of filming. 2 highly dangerous scenes which actor Kevin Janssens must complete. It's for a Belgian film called Gale Force 10, which is set on a sinking boat engulfed in flames. The hero, Kevin, is to rescue a mother and child. Of course, a baby doll has been brought in to play the child, but they will also be filming with Kian and Kai, who are very much alive. Top underwater cameraman Mike Valentine explains the setup that will be the first shot of the day.
We're going to lower the set into the water to about here, so that when these are jetting out flames above the water, our actor will be swimming under the water and therefore cannot put his head up, because that would be very bad. I'm going to be underwater with him and seeing him swimming towards the lens. And above him, we'll see all the flames above the surface. Should be exciting.
Mike's wife, Françoise, will be in charge on the surface. She's already concerned by the number of crew manning the sinking set. She has a brief word with the director, Hans Herberts.
Better for you to stay out and next to me, so that we can see what happens, and then you can come and speak to the artist if necessary from here. The more room you give them, the better the shot's going to be. That's the only reason that they don't want you in there. Okay, is that all right, Lee?
Watching the action from the production area, he has a direct vision feed from the underwater camera. The crew move into position. Mike can take direction from the production via a microphone.
Hi, Mike. Do you want to rehearse without any fire or anything of him swimming towards you first, yes?
But he isn't able to talk back. Stunt coordinator Lee Sherwood is standing in for the actor.
He's looking to his left, a short, sharp Dutch, and then back again.
So that the shots can be safely rehearsed.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Just a little bit of Dutch as we cut back. Dutch means the camera, instead of being flat, just twists slightly to make it look as if the ship's leaning over. That's a Dutch angle. Or a Belgium angle, it's a Belgian film.
No way.
The scene becomes a lot more serious with the introduction of fire.
Crank them up a long way.
Actor Kevin Janssens has elected to do his own stunts, but the 18-foot-long corridor of fire is a daunting sight.
Indeed. Standing by to shoot, please. Mike, you happy?
With a last look, Kevin knows there is no room for error, with the flames at 800 degrees just inches above his head.
3, 2, 1, action!
From above, you can see Mike and his camera tracking back. He's made it.
And we've cut! And we've cut! Right, Mike, everything for you, camera-wise, is great, special effects is great. Kevin, excellent. Well done. Very nice.
The shot has gone well, and Kevin gets a chance to see his work on Mike's monitor.
That's how we do that.
Over at Animated Extras, another big animal is being brought to life.
So at the moment, I've got a bit of panic on because this is...
Pauline is building the back end of a cow for an arts project.
This cow's nipples, by the way, to make them look a little bit more erotic. This cow has to be able to be milked as well. You know, it's one of those kind of scenes, I think.
Luke and Con are doing their very best to build exactly what the client is after. A sensual udder.
David, I know we sent you pictures of this
But the client isn't happy. The design just wasn't sensual enough.
Got the cast. I came in and there were these 4 sort of chipolata-shaped things that look like hard bananas and they just were nothing. I have to say, I didn't do this bit. This is Luke. I'm going to blame it all on a bloke. They're a little bit stiff, aren't they?
I don't know where to start.
No, we've actually found it quite a difficult conversation. I went red, and I don't usually go red, and you were definitely red. Well, Luke thought that he'd made them generous enough, but it's not what I'm used to. I'm sorry.
So the team is having to start again on a rebuild of the udder. And it turns out they don't have much time.
A few days ago, I had 6 weeks. Now I've got, let's see, it's going out next Thursday.
On location at Denham, director Robbie Moffat's next big scene in his sci-fi movie Beam Me Up involves Aurora, the android who runs the cocktail bar.
Do we have any liquid to make drinks with?
But there's been a setback. A real-life cocktail bar has let them down, and now art director Natasha has just a few hours to build the set from scratch.
Well, I had a very sleepless night last night, worrying about...
And the producer, Mari Sutherland, has been told there's a problem with the footage they shot last week.
See, Beam Me Up's on the roster here, along with Casino Royale.
Mari's at Telecine, where they put the film onto tape for easier editing. They think they might have spotted a hair on screen.
What it is, it's something that's got stuck between the aperture and the camera on the film in the magazine.
This could well be an expensive problem, so Mari's dropped everything to come over and see how bad it is.
He's just coming out now. Right, okay.
Back on set and the cocktail bar is taking shape. Robbie is using this extra time to rehearse his actors.
Can I run all of this so you can see it? Yeah, because we're still waiting on this door.
Robbie believes there is a simple secret to good directing.
Get to know the actors better, you know, because really at the end of the day that's all the movie's about. You know, you can have all the technical stuff and all the style that you want and everything else, but if the performance is rubbish, then you're wasting your time.
We can spend a good hour or so before we actually do a scene. When we come in here, we will rehearse it, we'll walk through it, and you know, any suggestions that come up will come up.
The film's cast has a wide range of experience. Suzanne is Captain Skeptra.
I've done some TV, Holby City and things like that.
Tony is Jed Wassock.
I've also did a Ken Loach film that I think is due to come out later on this year, The Wind That Shakes the Barley.
Rachel is Dr. Kraz.
And also I'll be working with Irvin Welch too in August, so it's all exciting.
And Paul is Kessa Caroli.
Although I didn't train as an actor, I mean, of course I've done all the studying, read all the books, you know.
Back at the film lab, where they first spotted the problem, Mari is on the trail of the hair in the gate.
Oh, there it is, there it is, look, that is a massive hair in the gate there. That is totally unacceptable.
Blown up on a cinema screen, this tiny hair would be a foot long. That means a reshoot, and that's expensive.
That's all my crew's wages on the TV up there in the monitor. It's not acceptable. It is something that should never, ever happen.
Mari is on her way back to tell director Robbie Moffat the bad news.
I'm not looking forward to this because when you have to even call a film director out and speak to them about it, and the other problem is the film director is my husband.
The fault might be mechanical, or it might, of course, be human error.
Maybe I should go and speak to the clapper loader, but I like the clapper loader, so it's a tough call, and I wouldn't like to sack him, but probably will have to. Are you done? I'd like to take you into my office.
Stuart is the clapper loader.
I'm here to ask you is a couple of things, is whether one of the people should be taken off the film shoot entirely because of what happened.
Back at the U stage and things are heating up. Francoise is driving the shoot along. The baby doll is on set, but the two live baby stars are downstairs, out of harm's way. They have been joined by their swimming trainer, Lauren Heston.
In our casting, we always say that the babies have to be able to sustain sort of 10 dips underwater comfortably before they can come filming.
The shot they are about to film is one in which the hero, carrying the baby doll under a blanket, wades through a corridor of flames. This will require a lot of effects.
The only problem up there, the fumes are horrible, and I wouldn't take any baby up there at the moment. Come up and you'll see what I mean. So can we finish this shot and then we'll give time for the babies? I just don't want them to be up there at the moment. Is that right? That's great.
The babies are just going to have to wait a little bit longer for stardom. At last, the babies get their call to be on set. Coming up, a cause for celebration as we finally wet the little baby's head. In Filmland, the one constant is change. Sure, the streets look pretty much the same from month to month, but wander inside any building, and what you find can change from day to day. It's the same outside on the back lot, or in the paddock tank. Whole buildings go up in a matter of weeks. And here, as always, there are deadlines to meet or beat. Over at Animated Extras, the pressure is really on. There's only a few days left to finish the back end of a cow for an arts project.
It's going to be one of those ones, I think. But we will get there.
And there's good news. The new udder is ready.
Well, we're sending some more pictures through, and from a girly point of view, I'd feel a lot comfier playing with these than those things that we saw before. The udder's shape is now perfect. What we have now is to test the milking of the udders. So we're going to have to soak the foam udder thingies in Nivea so her hand slides really nicely on the teat. And as she grabs that, there's got to be a reservoir of white liquid, milk, inside the teat, so when she squeezes it down, because they do alternates, don't they? If I remember my cow milking days, and do that.
Everyone is going to have to work through the night to finish the cow. And in the early hours of the morning, it is done.
This cow is getting loaded up this afternoon. It's going to hit the ferry first thing tomorrow morning. But now what we've got to do is put hair on the udders, because I don't know if this is a common knowledge thing, but if you can see on that, this cow's got very hairy udders. I know girlies have the odd hair on their udders every now and then, but this is sort of like a lot of it. But it comes out at the right angle and the right consistency, you know, it pulls nicely as well. You can go fast, you can go slow, you can have a little fondle. It feels good, best I can say. The actress is going to find it very pleasurable.
Within sight of the old manor house at Pinewood is the underwater stage. The two babies and their parents are up on set, trying to synchronise feeding and napping times with their swimming trainer, Lauren Heston.
Well, we at the classes start babies from birth because we all have a dive reflex, which is a natural reflex that as we go underwater, we'll close off our airway. But it's much more apparent in newborn babies. It's carried over from the womb.
Kieran can stay underwater for a few seconds now, yes. You know, about 10 seconds or so he can manage underwater.
And it won't be long until their training is put to the test.
Eddie, we need to hurry up if we're using the RAL babies because they'll be sleeping in 20 minutes and we won't be able to wake them for the night.
Okay, everybody stand back from now.
On set with a baby doll, Lauren oversees exactly how the shot is to be filmed. Underwater cameraman Mike Valentine looks on.
A hero has to wrap with a blanket himself and the baby and swim underwater.
Really? We're first starting with baby number 1. If he's sleepy, he's sleepy.
For baby number 1, or Kai as he's called in real life, the hanging around is over. They decide to get him on set and into the water. And once there, he livens up.
Nicole.
Just bounce it, yeah? Here we go.
But no sooner has lead actor Kevin got hold of him than Kai starts to cry.
Should we swap babies?
Kai's need to nap results in a baby swap. It's baby Kian who will face the flames. While Mum looks relaxed, Dad is definitely anxious.
Okay, stand by.
3, 2, 1, action! And we cut!
Nice one.
Very good, guys.
The end result, an amazing shot.
Good boy. Nice one.
So little Kian becomes an underwater star. And as for Kai, he gets his nap and Mum relives his key scenes.
All of a sudden, just to see all those flames on the screen and just, you know, see like Kai was so close to them and Kai's reaction as well. And it was just like, oh my God, no, he's going into the fire, you know. But, you know, at the same time, it was just so real looking, you know. And it's just, I thought I was watching in a cinema, really, in this, you know, watching on a big screen and stuff. It was amazing.
Over at Shepperton Manor House, producer Bill Shepherd is getting closer and closer to securing the deal for his new film, Vita and Virginia.
I'm flying out the end of next week. I'm going to New York. Then I'll be flying down the middle of the following weekend to go and sort of finalise the deals then for Vita and Virginia in Los Angeles. This is a message from Los Angeles. Tibor Takas has read enough of our beloved script to want to meet with you on behalf of New Image when you come into town. First Look Entertainment, they're going to have a meeting with me as well. And New Look as well, they want to have a meeting with me when I get there to see. So that's great, there's 3 lots of people all in one hit. Yeah, that's really good. I'm only going to be there for a day. We're going to all have about 5 meetings. And really, it's just really the tick in the box to say, that's it, we've all done it, isn't that great?
And over at Pinewood, another manor house and another producer on his way to Hollywood. Paul Hitchcock was expecting his director John Woo to come to the UK to approve the set design for his next movie.
We're going to Los Angeles because John can't come here.
So it's Paul who is rushing around packing up the models and the drawings to take with him to Los Angeles.
We're about to ship all this today to Los Angeles for the designer, Martin, to show to John Woo. We're going to take all these models, all the drawings, all the designs and storyboards and stuff that we've done so far.
And his art supervisor, John King, and his team have worked flat out to get everything ready for this crucial meeting.
Hopefully, Martin will get there, Mr. Wu will love everything, and we'll have he'll come back and say...
Green light to move on.
A green light to move on.
It kicks off everything. You know, once John approves it or tells us what changes they want, then John and Martin will move on from there.
We're just going for the process now, just getting the whole package together to try and go out there and woo Mr. Wu.
Back at Beam Me Up, the rehearsal carries on.
I've still got the crack in the head I received when I was hit overhead with a Singapore sling.
Robbie is giving his cast plenty of time to run through the scene. He might as well, as the set is still being built.
Hi, I'm Aurora. Please, be seated. I've actually never made a cocktail in my entire life.
Luckily, she won't have to. The cocktails are fake.
Wait a minute, Carola, you don't think this stuff is real, do you?
That you need to taste it. You can't just snuff it.
Well, why would I? I don't think it's real.
Well,
You want me to drink it? What is this?
No, you can do it when you come to do it if you want.
Finally, everything is in place. The door's finished. They are ready for the first take.
Pre-pickup.
And their first taste.
I haven't had a drink in 3 years, and I'm not going to pass this.
But in the rush to get the set built, no one's considered the effects of the fake cocktails. Suzanne's teeth turn blue.
I mean, toothpaste for me.
and Rachel's tongue turns yellow.
That colour. Sunset yellow.
Outside, producer Mari is composing herself before she has a private word with the clapper loader.
It's the worst bit, I tell you. It's okay looking at the technical thing. It's going to speak to people. It's the worst thing because it's like schoolmistress coming in to tell them, and they're all cocky and happy with themselves. It's exciting making a film, and I come and I burst their bubble.
Stuart Mackenzie is the clapper loader and Robbie's right-hand man.
Well, I'm head camera assistant. I have to make sure that all the lenses are clean, everything's sharp.
It's good.
I need Stuart urgently at this moment. What? I just would like to speak to him in my office if it's okay for me.
There is definitely dirt on the film, but Mari's still not sure if it's Stuart's fault or caused by a faulty magazine which she is changing.
If by Friday we still have a hair in the gate, we would have eliminated all the other issues, and it comes down to you.
Yeah, I understand that. I know that I'm always meticulous. When I'm changing film magazines, you cannot afford to be sloppy at all. And I've learned that the hard way, you know. And so I think it must come down to a mag problem.
Yeah,
so,
I hope it's the magazine, Stuart, for your sake,
yeah, me
mate.
too.
I don't want to take
hope
it
we
any
can,
further, okay?
Right.
I'm going to go and have a cigarette now, and I'll count to 10 every time I see Stuart and hope that I'm going to be fair with him.
Party's over. Closing time.
Next week, explosions on set. Explosions of talent.
I've been Beckham this morning and Ronaldinho on a knee, on a Buddy Holly, the back of the net.
Explosions of emotion.
Tensions. You get tensions in the film crew. I mean, could I fire him? I might.
And explosions of melons.